Hey everyone! About half a year ago, a new world opened when I learned about No Man's Sky base building. When seeing creations by builders like Kibbles, Action Pants Gaming and JC Hysteria, I caught the builder's bug. I thoroughly studied and analyzed the tutorials I could find at the time, and slowly but steady, I soon understood and mastered the techniques available at the time. But there was so much more to learn. With a lot of trial and error, I had to learn some essential things. Things I wish I had known before I started building. So, today I will show you 5 essentials that every base builder should know before they start building. When you locate the perfect spot for a base, you cannot start building before you plant a base computer first. Now, once the base computer has been set and the site has been claimed, that will be the center of the buildable area. The standard range for a base is a radius of 300 units. However, with a simple technique, it is possible to extend that area to 1000 units. At the edge of the radius, you will notice that your building rights disappear. So simply walk back into the building area until your building rights return. And now start with placing objects in the direction you wish to extend your base to. By building these objects, you extend your distance with another 50 units. Keep in mind that you only extend your distance in the direction you are going. It does not extend the overall radius of your building area. By placing these objects every so often, it is possible to extend the distance to 1000 units. While it is possible to plant base computers as close as 300 units next to each other, it is not recommended. The reason being is that when bases are built too close to each other, the game will try to render all of those bases simultaneously. This will result in long waiting times before all these bases are rendered completely. Especially when visiting these clustered bases, it will take its time and toll on the render time. As you can see, currently I'm 700 units away from ER Burrow's base, and I still can see the parts of his base, so we will need more distance between our bases if you want them to be loaded separately. Right now, I am at 5 minutes walking distance, which is about 1250 units away. And still you can see the building parts rendering. So we need even more distance. Usually, when building together, PBF keeps a distance of minimum of 10 minutes walking distance. That's about 2500 units. Keep in mind that if you plan to extend your buildable area to 1000 units, you might want to consider building at a walking distance of 20 minutes. As long ER and I do not exceed the standard building distance of 300 units, it should be alright for me to place a base computer here. It should not interfere with ER's base rendering and vice versa. You are not restricted to only one base per planet. It is possible to place more. Currently, I have 6 base computers on this planet. When I would invite other players over to join my session, they would be able to see all of my bases. However, if players would visit this planet while I'm not in the neighborhood, they only see one base. The reason being is that these bases are saved on my local save file, and only one base per planet is registered onto the No Man's Sky servers. In fact, the latest uploaded base will be stored on the server and will be visible for others. So, one base per save per planet will be stored on the No Man's Sky server. there are three types of build limits. The first one is the base upload limit. Once a base consists of more than 3000 building parts, it will no longer be able to be uploaded to the No Man's Sky server. While it does not stop you from building, the option to upload it to the server will be washed out. The second is the construction limit per area. When building parts with high complexity are cramped up in one area, you might receive the construction limit reached error. To make sure you have not reached the overall construction limit, simply try and place building parts on another location. If the part shows green, you only reach the construction limit per area. Especially items like small walls, electrical switches and even the cuboid rooms can result in this error. You might have to reconsider changing or deleting the parts and find a less complex solution. The overall building limit is reached once you have placed 20,000 building parts. To double check and see if this is not the construction limit per area, simply move to another location and see if you can place it anywhere. If the item shows up red and it is not possible to place it, then welcome to the 20k club. Now you only have two choices: start a new save or delete some of the bases you can miss. There are two ways of deleting a base, an easy and a less easy way. Your decision will most likely depend on what mode you play and what the materials are worth to you. The easy way is quick. You simply run over to the base computer and select Delete Base. This option will remove your base completely and in an instant. Materials that were used in the deleted base will be stored in a storage container called Base Salvage Capsule. However, not all the materials are accounted for. You will lose an average of 50% of them. Apart from creative mode, you probably would like as many possible materials back. That's when you decide to go for the less easy way. And if it's a big base, it's the hard way. To ensure that you reclaim every ounce of your materials, you will have to delete your base piece by piece. Once you deleted all the building parts, you can then delete your base computer from its menu. And these were 5 tips I wanted to share with you, which I wish I had known earlier. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. Perhaps this is nothing new to you, but there might be a new builder you know that could use these tips, so go ahead and share. As always, let me know in the comments what you thought of this tutorial, and if you have any questions, remarks or better solutions, please do not hesitate to place them in the comments. Or just join our discords and share your bases, ideas and questions with us. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you're not already, perhaps you could subscribe. That way you can keep up to date with further content I'm posting. If you want to see more, click one of the thumbnails showing on the screen right now.